everyone would hope that nobody goes to the lengths that my character does, um, to get their point across. But at the same time, I do think that Noah embodies like a metaphor for culture right now, and for especially my generation.
Well, my name is Russ Milheim. I'm from the Direct. Thank you for talking to me today about Cleaner.
Thank you for your time, bro.
Of course, of course. Congratulations on the movie. You were wonderful in it.
Appreciate you. Thank you, man. I love the movie, and the movie means a lot to me. So I'm glad that you hopefully enjoyed it.
Yeah, yeah. Just like right off the bat, first, can you tell audiences kind of about your character, or at least the person that Daisy Ridley meets at the very beginning of the film?
I know it's so tricky to talk about the character without like going into the movie, isn't it? My character is Daisy's best friend. My character is Joey's best friend, and it's over the course of the movie he flips and turns into many things that you wouldn't expect him to. And it's back and forth, and it's not it. Once it every time it flips and you think, oh, okay, it's going to go this way, it doesn't go the way that you think it's going to go.
Mhm.
And I think the best way to describe my character is that he is a radical thinker, and he does what he says.
Hmm. He definitely does. That is. How do they? You have very brief scenes with Daisy Ridley's Joey on the outside cleaning the windows. What was it like filming those? What were the logistics of doing that?
It was really fun actually, because I think there was a level of, we just really hope it works, because we'd never really, we had like a really short rehearsal period, and I think there was a hope that once we hung on to the side of the building in the harnesses, and the cameras rolled, that it would just happen, that you would believe that these two characters had known each other for a very long time and meant something to each other. Not in a romantic way, but in a way that just that felt like it had lived prior to this film starting. And those were actually the first scenes that we shot. So we came into the movie in a very linear fashion, where we got to play the relationship as the relationship evolved. And once we started speaking, I remember going through the first run of the scene while we were on the side of the building and thinking, okay, I think this is gonna work.
You play a heavy activist, to put it lightly. Were there any real life?
A heavy activist, to put it lightly. What a beautiful turn of phrase.
Yeah. What are there any real like life events or people that you used as reference for your performance throughout the movie?
Yeah, and you know what? I'm a little bit reticent of actually saying who the real life references were, just because if the degrees to which Noah goes in the film, I think, are so extreme that the real life references to them are kind of equally so. And it was it was it was a space where I kind of had to try and devoid myself of what it was that all these people had done, and actually just try and hone in on why they did it.
Would you consider this film kind of like a call to action of sorts to audiences, kind of telling the world that, one person, even like a window cleaner, can make a difference?
That's wow. That's such a great question, because in some ways, yes. Like, everyone would hope that nobody goes to the lengths that my character does, um, to get their point across. But at the same time, I do think that Noah embodies like a metaphor for culture right now, and for especially my generation
Hmm.
of young people who are kind of coming into a world where they can't find their place, and they have legitimate grievances about the way things are going, and nobody actually listens to them. And I think, more than anything, more than a call to action, I think it's not its message, because I don't think that it has any one message, but I think its point is more of a warning of, if enough people go unheard for enough time, someone is capable of doing something very extreme about it.
You're in One Piece, which
Yes,
just
sir.
wrapped season two. And so fans recently realized that it probably wasn't coming in 2025. Would you say that 26 is a safe bet on when we should see the show?
It's a great question, man. I've heard multiple versions myself, so I'd probably be getting myself into trouble if I did say, but at the same time, I can quite honestly say I don't think it's clear yet. But I could again, I don't know if I'm gonna get into trouble, but I could probably say with most confidence it's not further than that window.
That's good.
I
That's
wouldn't say there's
good.
much more there's much more to wait
Is there
than the kind
any
of time.
Are there any vague teases that you can offer about how your role expands and what you have to offer in the next season? As vague as you
Something
can be.
cryptic, something cryptic. It spins.
Okay, all right. That is cryptic. I'll
Hey,
take it.
I mean, I know the One Piece audience for being the kind that can unpick anything,
Yeah.
so I would say that it spins.